Okay, today I decided I'd do another top 5 video, but instead of doing top 5 things that have already happened, I do top 5 things that I want to see happen. And that is top 5 games on 3DS that I'd like to be brought over to Switch. Especially considering that the 3DS's eShop is going to be shut down soon, I would like to see a lot of these games brought over and not just die with the 3DS. So, without further ado, starting off, we got Sonic Generations. Sonic Generations is just one of the top-tier peak Sonic games of all time, so it would be cool to see it brought over on Switch with some updated visuals, and the 3DS version of it also. It had a lot of exclusive content that was only available to the 3DS version. It wasn't on PS3 or Xbox, so it'd be cool to see that brought in as well. And also, like I said, it was one of the first really good Sonic games in a while, basically since Shadow the Hedgehog, I think. So it would be cool to see it brought over. And hell, it's even better than some of these modern Sonic games, let's be honest. The level design, even though it's just levels that are just from older games, it feels so fresh and just like they're bringing out a lot of new ideas. And also the storyline feels like perfectly balanced and not like these modern and older Sonic storylines where it's like God or Satan or some shit is gonna fucking murder everyone. Some of these Sonic storylines are just ridiculous. Anyways, number 4, I would like to see Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies brought over from the 3DS to the Switch. This one is one of my favorite Phoenix Wright games, and also, it was a restart, or like a, what's the term, a reboot, almost like a soft reboot for the series. It's the game where Phoenix Wright reapplies to get his lawyer license. And not only that, it's the game that introduced the new character Athena Psyches, who is, in my opinion, the best lawyer in the entire series. She's super funny and fun, and her backstory and storyline is really tragic and dark. It's the reason why the game got an M rating, actually, but I personally think it's one of the best storylines in all of Phoenix Wright history. Anyways, next is Dragon Ball Fusions. This was a fun little RPG, and not only that, it had a lot of customizability. You can fuse with any Dragon Ball Z character you can think of, and I mean anyone you can think of, because they have every character in this. They have freaking Tien, Yamcha, they got Krillin, you can fuse with Piccolo. They made up a bunch of characters, but most of the characters in the game are from the actual anime Dragon Ball Z. So it's like super cool and interesting. And they also have a lot of the characters from Super, so if you like Beerus or Whis, they're in it. I think Hit is in it. So yeah, it's really fun. The gameplay is basically just rock, paper, scissors with Dragon Ball Z characters, but feels really well done. And it would be cool to see it brought over to Switch and get upscaled with its graphics. Or maybe just, if we got a sequel, I just want anything. I don't want this game to die on the 3DS. Next up, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. This is like, in my opinion, the peak of Pokemon. This is when every Pokemon was in it at once, other than Sun and Moon, of course. And this was when all of the Mega Evolutions were in. This was like the pinnacle of Pokemon. It didn't get better than this. Nowadays, it feels like the games are just running through the motions, but back then it felt like new and original ideas were being brought to the table almost every game. And this one was almost like where it hit off the most. There's so many little details and just like touches to the world that it makes it feel like the developers had a lot of time and energy to put in and actually create something that felt meaningful for its time, you know? Nowadays, these Pokemon games, it just feels like they're putting one out just to put one out. And it makes me miss the days when we could get something like this, something that felt like new and real. Anyways, the final game, The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. This is a game I never got the chance to play on 3DS. It looked really fun, but it was a couch co-op game, but nowadays on the Switch it would be a lot easier to do something like that because you could do online. So it would be cool to see it brought over. This is a game where you can customize your own Link and go on adventures with your friends. As you can see, there's 3. It's called Triforce for heroes for a reason. And you can stack up on top of each other to attack. You can do, like, of course, melee attacks. And also you can put on any outfit you want for Link. And all the outfits, like, had a lot of design put into them, so it looks really cool. This is, like, a game that we haven't seen the style of in a long time. It'll be cool to see, like, a port or maybe a sequel on Switch. Anyways, that was my list of the 5 games I would like to see brought from the 3DS over to the Switch. Oh, and if you couldn't tell, this is my new sort of rant-sona. It's not very animated, but this is the best I can do for now. This isn't even the full picture. I'll reveal the full picture later. But anyways, guys, hope you liked this video. Peace out, and that's a thumbs up from me, dog.